Hey guys, well last year I trapped a couple of beaver and I skinned them out and I saved the meat and ate one of them. The other one I saved for trapping. But what I did is I cut the tails off and I froze them. I just didn't have time to process them last year. So now I've got a little bit of time and I got to thinking about it and what do I want to do with them. They're chock full of fat. I'll grab them here in just a second and show you what they look like. I'm sure you guys have all seen them. Some people have seen them, some people haven't. But they're chock full of fat. So my research has told me that almost every animal out there will eat a beaver, except a bear, which is I found a little unusual. But anyway, pine marten, stuff like that, love beaver. So I've kept one of the carcasses, and I've kept, like I said, both the tails. So I'm going to take one and I'm going to chop it up. I'm going to let it get a little bit off, a little rancid, and then store it in the freezer until trapping season. Right now it's, let's see, what is it? It's about right at the end of August, so trapping season doesn't start for another month or so, maybe 2 months even. Get away from me, you stupid bee. Anyway, and then the other one I want to render down the lard that's inside of it. So let me grab the beaver tails and show you what they look like. Okay, here we have the two tails. Typical tail for a beaver or whatever, but take a look inside of there. There's a little bit of meat, but I mean that's just a ton of fat. So I think that's going to make some good lard. And a friend of mine told me to mix the lard with some of the castor, and I did save the castor glands. So I think that's what I'm going to do for a set for, if I get some more beaver or basically anything else, because I've been told that beaver castor is good for a lot of different animals. I'm really hoping these might be good for, like I said, pine marten, but also for some weasel. The carcass of the beaver anyway. Alright, I'm just going to cut these down a little bit. Okay, I'm not going to get too fancy with these. I'm just going to take my hatchet and process them down a little bit. Now guys, I'm not sure when I'm going to release this video. It's been a while since I've done a video. I feel out of practice, so I'm sorry for that. I'll try to muddle my way through it. I might make a video on why it's been a while since I made a video, but for now I'm just going to do this. I'm just going to make a couple of slits in it, and I'm going to just process it down. Alright, going to make chunks out of it. Okay, I know I said I was going to save some of it to maybe make it go a little rancid or whatever, but I have enough of that carcass. I just want to go ahead and make lard out of this. So you can see it's real fatty. Chopped it up. Could be even smaller. I'm going to add some water to it and throw it on the fire. Okay guys, I got the fire on the barbecue here. Nice thing about some of these projects, like I've said in my other videos, you can do them right in your front yard if you guys don't have woods and stuff. This just makes it super easy for me. I'm not going to burn the lawn, whatever. I put enough water in the pot here to just cover the beaver fat. So I'm going to put that on the barbecue and try to get it to start boiling. Once it starts boiling, I'll get back with you. Okay, it's just starting to boil. Got a nice good rolling boil. Got a lot of that film on top. I might just putz with it and pull some of that off of there just to get the hair and the nasty crap out of there. I guess it doesn't really matter. It's not like I'm going to cook with this. It's all for bait, so it might even just hold extra scent. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. But anyway, yeah, that's, holy crap. I like my fires big, I guess. Alright, I'm going to let this stuff boil down, let the fire die down a little bit, and go from there. Uh-oh. Okay, I finally got the fire a little bit more manageable. Got some coals down there. It's boiling. You can see about a ½ inch to an inch of the water is gone. And I'm just going to keep on letting it boil down. The water just kind of helps extract the oil without burning the bottom of your pan. I've seen other folks post where they just kind of put it in their pan, but I would imagine there would be a lot of burning in that. I mean, unless, I don't know, I mean, bacon you can kind of do that with. Okay, well, you saw me mashing it down. I was just trying to, you know, squeeze some of the fat and stuff out of it. A lot of the water has evaporated. It's getting pretty oily. I just need to keep, you know, keep tending the fire and stuff. So we're getting there. All right, it's getting down there. This is taking quite a bit longer than what I remember, but you know, I mean, I did add a lot of water to it, so we've got a nice low fire kind of going, or I've got the pot off to the side. It's starting to simmer real good now, not the crazy boil that I had before. The grease is really starting to come out of it. The oil is really starting to come out of it. I just need to get rid of the oil, water and make basically with all these little pieces of fat, I need to make like folks call them cracklins or whatever. They're when you go to the store and you buy the pork rinds, they're gonna make, you know, crispy skin fat type deals. Get rid of the water, and then that'll take care of it. Now make sure you use, you know, this is a thrift store pot that I bought a long time ago. The bottom's getting really, you can hear it, you know. I mean, the bottom's getting really messed up. So definitely make sure it's a pot you don't care about. If it was a lower heat, it might not be that big a deal, but you know, we're dealing with a fire here, not a stove. There's no way my family wants this inside on the stove. So, and I'll be able to clean that off, I'm sure. Just boil a little water in there. All right, let's let her keep working. Okay, guys. Well, last night I ran out of time, and I'm starting to get it boiled down pretty good. It's nothing but grease in there now, but really what I want these to turn into are, like I was saying before, cracklins or whatever you want to call it, kind of like the pork rinds you buy in the store, and they're just not getting there yet. It's taken a long time. I don't remember it taking this long with the deer fat that I did before, but you know, whatever. I'm just going to keep boiling it down. It's not going to hurt anything. It's not like the oil is evaporating or anything. So just going to keep at it. Like I said, I ran out of time last night. Just wanted a little family time. I've been at this. So what I did is I just took it off the fire. I put it in the garage. Let everything cool down. It's super nasty. I would not recommend eating this. Like with normal fat, you could eat this after you're done, and it will store for a long time. This, I just want this for trapping bait or for candles or whatever. I just want grease. I'm not going to eat it. So I would definitely do it in one shot if I wanted to store it and eat it. But anyway, just going to keep at it. Okay, this is totally different than the deer fat rendering that I was doing. This is all like clinging to the sides of the pan. Same, very similar pan. I'm not sure if it's the same pan, but I expected all these little bits of fat to be, you know, cracklins. I don't know how else to say it. There is a lot of oil that is coming forth out of there, but there's a ton of crap just sticking to my pan. So you know what? There's a lot of mushy fat there. I mean, that's got to have fat in it, right? I think I might just let this sit here. I don't care about this. This is a thrift store. Look at that right there. This is a thrift store pan. Just continue on semi-low heat. Just, I don't want to get out of control and burn everything. I'm just going to sit here and let this bubble, and then hopefully at the end I'll have a bit of fat. But this is way different than doing deer fat. I'll just say that right off the bat. Okay, well, I did not expect this to happen. Everything is starting to stick to the very bottom. I mean, this is an enameled pan, so it's semi-stick resistant, but it's starting to smell like, you know, like them cracklings and stuff, and only the very middle is mushy. I'm going to start draining this off. I think it's fine now. It smells good. Alright guys, here goes the pour. Kind of smells like burnt bacon, or what I consider burnt bacon. Like a lot of people like it crispy. I like it chewy, so this would smell like crispy bacon. I'm going to put that back on the fire just for a second. if I can render a little bit more down, but I've got a little bit there. Here, let me show you. I got a little bit there. We'll see if that congeals. Okay guys, well, I got it rendered down. It took quite a bit longer than the deer tallow that I've done in the past, and it's actually a different type of oil. I didn't know that, so this was good for me to find out. Some fats, when you render them down, turn into tallow or lard, and I'm not 100% familiar with the terms, but basically you're going to get a grease. You're going to get a tallow, which is like Crisco or something like that, a lard. And other ones, you're going to turn in, it's going to make a clarified oil. That's what this beaver oil did, and you saw when I got a close-up of it, it turned into an oil. I actually just got this out of the freezer. It's not going to coagulate. It is what it is. I believe goose fat also does the same thing, duck fat. It'll turn into a clarified oil, or it'll turn into an oil, and then you can strain it, is all that clarified means. But anyway, something like this could be used, you can use it for anything that you would use the tallow or the grease for. It's just not going to, you wouldn't be able to make a candle out of it or something like that. You could make a lamp out of it and make, a lamp oil with it, and I may do a little experimenting with that. I mean, I know it's going to burn. It was burning just fine over the fire, but it just has different uses. You could put a couple tablespoons of this in your frying pan and cook up some eggs or whatever. This will last. I mean, this should keep. One of those beavers I didn't get to in time, so one of them was for trapping. One of them I actually ate. I got them mixed up because it was last year, so I'm not going to eat this oil or anything. But there's other uses I could do with it for sure. Anyway, I hope you like this little project. It was a learning process for me, just because I've never done the beaver tail before. One thing too, it was a holy mess inside that pan when I got done. I was able to clean up my pan semi-decently. It's an enameled pan. It's a thrift store pan I don't care about, but it's a holy mess compared to the deer fat that I rendered down. I mean, it was nasty. So don't use your wife's good pans. Alright guys, hope you liked the video. Take care. Oh, one last thing I forgot to mention. I got probably a jelly jar full of oil out of 2 beaver tails. So this little container here, it's about right there. So less than a pint. Maybe a third of a pint. Alright guys, take care.